what's going on, you all? I'm Brandon. I'm a guy who flies for a U.S. domestic airline. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is day 3 of Flight Attendant Fix My Life. You all, a week from today, I will be working my first flight back after 6 months of being on paid leave. So we are still getting things in order. Shout out to all of you all who are just watching this little series that I'm just literally creating day by day. Like, there's a little bit of a plan, but for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to get my, P's and Q's together, figure out where the R goes and the S's and the M's. Yeah, crossing some I's and dotting some T's. Yes, I know what I just said. All of that is happening. Today, I'm going to be filming a What's in My Bag, and I will be focusing on part 2 of that. Yesterday, we packed my rollerboard. And today we're going to be packing the second of my 3 bags, and this one is actually my favorite, and that is my in-flight bag, my flight attendant tote bag. I would say that this of the 3 is my absolute go-to. Like, I feel naked if I do not have this tote bag on a flight. Now, I have to be honest with you all, because I did not start with this particular bag, which I'll show you all in more detail in a little bit. I actually started with this Travel Pro tote bag, which is part of their flight crew collection, because this is actually a required item from our airline, and they actually gave them all to us at training. Like, here you go, this is going to be your tote bag that we use during training. After training, once we got out on the line, it was our choice whether or not we continue to use this, but it was required back when I went to training. I don't know if it's still the same. I started with this bag, and it was wonderful because I'll show you all the features of this bag as well. It was wonderful at first, but then I just found that over time, the size of it has a tendency to get very bulky. And I just felt like because it was so large that it was giving me the opportunity to collect more things, and I already have the issue of being a flight attendant who goes a little bit overboard, and I'm a tad bit extra. So I decided that I wanted to force myself into a smaller in-flight bag. Again, it varies from flight attendant to flight attendant. The beauty of this job is that people do what is comfortable for them, and everyone makes the job their own. And so the beauty of the in-flight bag is that you'll find some people who have a very, very large tote bag, some people who have 2 of them, some people who don't use an in-flight bag at all. I will never understand how that is the case, but they exist. The beauty of the in-flight bag for me is that I am able to have all of my grab-and-go items that I would need during a flight in this bag. So, especially if I'm working in the back, after the aircraft, in the back of the aircraft, this bag doesn't even go up front. I have somewhere in the back where I can store it on all of our aircrafts, and so I can get to it in an arm's reach. If I'm working up front, as soon as we reach 10,000 feet and we're out of sterile, I am getting this bag and bringing it up to the front galley to stay up there with me, because it is literally my traveling office. Not only does it have all of my in-flight things, but it has everything else to help me manage and run my life. Because sometimes that happens on a 4 or a 5, 6-hour flight, or that red eye from Denver all the way to Miami. That's going to be 3 hours and 43 minutes. And you have nothing else to do. You can do a lot of work during that time. And today we are going to just pack it back up. So I usually take my tote bag, and I have a J-hook, which some luggage have the socket for you to strap it right here. I have a spinner, so these aren't necessarily meant for J-hooks, but I use one anyway. So I have a J-hook on this strap, shaped like the letter J, the open end here, and I'm able to just hook my bag right here so it sits on the front of my luggage. Okay, so first, this is the Travel Pro Flight Tote. I think this is the larger size one that I told you all they started us with in training. The front zipper portion has storage compartments galore, as well as another zipper portion that you can store other things with. This was so handy for keeping my car keys and my wallet in here, but not in here. Then you have a separate compartment that is basically like a laptop storage area. You could also get some folders and files and other things in there. The large section, I mean, it's huge, you all, massive. And it had a clear zipper pouch in the back, as well as 2 interior pockets. And on the back side of it, it has another zipper portion. You had one cup holder on one side of it, as well as a zipper pocket on the other side. This also came with an optional shoulder strap, should you choose to just wear it on your shoulders if you were working something just like a turn, and this is all you wanted to take. As well as it has a trolley strap so that it can fit over the handle of your rollerboard and sit on top of it. But most people had these, because of the weight of it, once it's full, most people would hang it from a J-hook on the front of their luggage. But again, I said goodbye to this one. I still have it because we've paid for it at this point, but I no longer use it because I now use this Samsonite briefcase. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I will have both of these items tagged in the description box. The Samsonite briefcase, I saw another flight attendant with it and fell in love with it. So this one also has a front zipper portion with multiple compartments for you to store things, and I'll show you all how I pack this up. It has a second larger zipper pocket right off the front of it. Then the first zipper, the zipper set, which goes almost all the way down on both sides, opens accordion style. And so you have like 3 different compartments. This is truly a briefcase, like not designed to be a flight attendant tote, but it's accordion style sections in this front pocket. And then it also has 2 mesh interior pockets for you to store other items. Then the back zipper portion, which does zip all the way down and can lay flat open like that, has 1, 2, 3 pockets, and with this last one back here being for laptop storage. Just for comparison reasons, this is like the side profile of each bag, and part of the reason I got tired of this bag being bulkier, I like that this bag had a slimmer profile. It's not necessarily half, but it does have a slimmer profile than the Travel Pro tote. However, the Travel Pro tote has a lot of benefits to it, and I love this bag. All right, so now I'm going to reconstruct the bag. Instead of like doing a regular what's in my bag and pulling things out, I've already pulled everything out, and I should have recorded it then, but I didn't, so I'm not about to put it all in to pull it all back out. So we just gonna reconstruct it. So I'm gonna start with the outside of the bag. So I keep a crew tag. Shout out to Crew Outfitters. It's a store that crew members shop at. Also sanitizer that stays on here as well. It's right on the outside of it so I can get to it. And then I have this clip. It's a carabiner that has this U-shaped clip on it. Shout out to Angie for this. It says Crew H2O. I don't know if it's gonna focus for you all. It hooks right under the lip of a water bottle, and it just hangs right on the side of my bag. So I have this clipped where the shoulder straps would be clipped, because I don't ever really use the shoulder straps with this bag. Shout out to my friend Whitney. That's a pen from her brand, Crowning. Front pocket. This is where everything goes. So I'm just gonna throw some pens in here, some pencils. I got a Sharpie, chapstick, and a lighter. I don't smoke, but I do take candles with me on my layover, so I need a way to light my candles. AirPods go in here, but I also have backup wired headphones, earbuds, in case I need them and my AirPods die. In this little pocket right here, it is like the most convenient size, and I keep all of my gift cards in here. So people are always asking what are good gifts for flight attendants. Gift cards, okay? Because you never know when you're in an airport or layover and you're hungry. And so I have Starbucks, Chipotle, Dunkin' Donuts, Panera. Here's another Chipotle. Get your friends, your flight attendant friends, gift cards, okay? Particularly to places you know are in the airport, because airport food is expensive, even with our discount. So in this little pocket, I just keep gift cards. I keep a pack of gum and some of those sanitizing hand wipes from all of the planes that I commute on. They go right in there. I also have another metal crew bar that I showed you all yesterday, which is great for going through regular security, especially when I'm not in uniform. Wallet, actually this is my wallet, but I also have a layover wallet. And so a lot of times when I'm out and about, like I don't like to take all of my wallet necessities with me. So like if I'm on a layover, I can just slide some cash right in here, my ID, and a debit card, and that's all I really need to have with me. I don't want to have my social security card and my insurance, AAA, no. I'm on a layover in San Diego. I don't want passport. If you remember yesterday's video, if you know, you know. My ID, watch for work, whistle, and flashlight. Those are all the items that get stuck right in this front pocket. In this second section that's right behind the front pocket, that's where I basically store all my soft stuff. So in the past, I didn't really have a major use for it outside of, I keep an in-flight apron in here, but yeah, we're not doing service, so the aprons will come back out. But for the video, I keep an apron in here in case I don't have my food bag, which usually has my apron in it. I still have a second apron. And then this has become the new place to store masks. So this is where I store all of my facial masks. I have a eye mask that I use because I was a commuter for a very, very long time, and those red-eye commutes from the West Coast to the East Coast, they are sometimes a killer, and if you need to sleep, you need to sleep. So sunglasses and lotion, which I pulled out yesterday, so you all have seen that before. All of that goes in that second section. Now we're moving on into the first of the larger two portions in the back. It's clicking, my gosh. I have my extra battery case that I keep in here. Cell phone charger also goes in this front little pocket. My Brita water bottle, which I'll also link this. I love this water bottle, you all. It has the Brita filter on the inside of it. Does have a filter in it, and the reason why I love it is because staying hydrated as a flight attendant is really, really major. I just like to be cautious of like the water I consume because I'm literally like sometimes filling up this in airports, and so that means I'm drinking water from airports all over the country. And so I just like for the water to be somewhat filtered so it's not always tasting different. Clorox wipe. I used to only keep these in my rollerboard because when I first started, I was really only using them at the hotels that we stayed at pre-pandemic. But now, current pandemic, I moved them to my tote bag because I wipe down the planes as well. Like the galley areas, even after they've been cleaned and sanitized by the cleaning crew, we do a second cleaning. I have just like one of those old school pencil pouches, and this has our onboard credit card applications as well as pens. I do participate in the credit card program because money. And I have another pouch that has more in-flight essentials. Honestly, you all, I might go in here maybe like 2 or 3 times in a month, but it's nice to have. Has Febreze in it, more hand sanitizer, deodorant because you never know. I like a little manicure pouch because accidents in the air do happen. And I'm not talking about for passengers, for like Brandon. This is just for me. I'm not sharing this with passengers. And then I have like earplugs in here, and more sanitizing wipes and Band-Aids because things happen on layovers too. So yeah, a lot of these items, they're in-flight essential items, but also I find that they're really, really useful on layovers as well. Like you can use them other places. So that bag is there in case I ever need it. The last is the back portion. So laptop goes in the back. I have a yellow folder, which I guess I'm gonna explain this folder in probably another video coming up this week. So I won't explain it now, but I have my business folder. Then I also keep now my bullet journal, pens for the bullet journal. I have just a little Sudoku puzzle book, like it's not thick at all, but sometimes I just need a distraction. I have a printed version of our contract because part of my work with the union on the scheduling committee is answering questions from the general membership, and so sometimes if I don't know something off the top of my head, I want to go to the contract and be able to cite it specifically for the person where they can go and find more information about it. So I have a printed version of the contract. I usually have a book that I'm reading. I haven't started this book yet, but Broke Millennial, I showed you all that in one of, I think, my weekly vlog, the last one I posted. I'm going to be reading this book next month. And then lastly, I just have my work tablet, which is, it finally came on, but it's now installing an update. That goes back there, and then this section gets zipped up. And my bag has a weight to it. It's full. That is my flight attendant tote bag. All right, so whew, she got some weight on her now. She is all packed up, my in-flight bag. I need to tackle my food bag, but prior to my food bag, I need to go ahead and do a little bit of planning for the month of February, so that will be tomorrow's video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I'll see you all the next time.